Okay, this is my very brief overview of the Gretsch G6122 1962 Country Gentleman. I'm not going to do this in any particularly organized fashion, so let's see if I can give you all the features. Okay, let's start at the headstock. First of all, headstock says Gretch across the top. It says it in some kind of mother of pearl. There's binding around the headstock, and in fact there's binding all the way around the body. You can see, and let's see if I can focus on it, it says there, the Chet Atkins Country Gentleman. The tuners on here are Grover Imperials. I tried to work out why, and I think it's just because they have that fancy design on the end of the keys there, tuning heads. On the back you can see all gold. It's got a serial number saying it's made in Japan. This one in July 2008 according to the serial number. Moving on down, come to the first interesting feature. Oh, by the way, truss rod cover's missing. I've been adjusting it. You'll have to live without it. The first interesting feature is the 0 fret. It's something apparently Chet Atkins likes, and says the strings ring out better. I don't know whether they do or they don't. It's a nice period feature anyway. You also have the traditional thumbnail inlays along there, and you can also see little dot markers on the side of the bound fingerboard. Fingerboard itself made of ebony, which personally I really like. It's very hard, it's very smooth and easy to play. Much better than rosewood in my opinion. Which I find is grainy. You can feel the grain on rosewood, but on ebony it's very tight and very, very smooth. Okay, come down to the bound body. It's a completely hollow body, but the top is fully enclosed. There are no holes in the top, and I don't know if you can see it there, but I'll try and focus in on it. There are black F-holes painted on the body. I think the body's enclosed to limit feedback when you're playing amplified. Okay, let's just point out a couple of switches here. Front switch here is pickups, bridge pickup, both neck. This is the famous or infamous Gretsch tone switch, three-way switch, which I'll show you later if I manage to plug it in and record that. Over on the lower bout we've got master volume, and that's also got the G arrow on the knob, gold coloured plastic scratch plate, two gold coloured humbucking Filtertron pickups, which personally I think sound really, really nice. Just continuing down the controls, the two large knobs there are individual volume controls for front and rear pickup. There's also back here a kill switch, which is basically guitar is on in both outer positions and off in the middle. And this feature is a bit hard to explain. I'll have to show you when I'm playing it, but basically you might be able to see a couple of little felt pads underneath the strings just in front of the bridge, and if you raise those, they're called mufflers. If you raise those levers, those little gold levers in the red, surrounded by red felt, they bring the mufflers up to get muted string effects. Of course there's the Bigsby. Let's talk about the bridge for a second. The bridge floats freely, so it's standing on a little ebony stand. I've forgotten the technical word for it now. And a lot of people on the internet seem to stick those down with either a bit of double-sided tape or some rosin once they've set their intonation. I haven't. I've played the guitar regularly and the bridge just hasn't moved, so I'm quite happy with it. You can also see actually just little knurled adjustment, either side adjustment nuts, so that you can raise or lower the bridge. The bridge is a Gretsch rocking bar bridge, and it's basically a rounded smooth top with little grooves for the strings to sit in, and the design of it is such that it basically helps the strings return to pitch correctly after you've used the Bigsby. And whether it's the bridge, whether it's the nut, whether it's the Bigsby, I've found that the guitar stays in tune very, very well indeed. Let's just show you a couple of the other features on the back, because it's a little bit eccentric. Oh, just one thing before we get away from the neck. Scale length is 24.6 inches. That's a lot shorter than the Fender style 25.5 and a touch shorter than the Gibson 24.75. I find it great. It means that finger stretches are just a little bit more within reach. It's also a very wide fingerboard. It's 43 millimeters wide at the nut, and a lot of Fenders 41, 42 is as far as they go. Gibsons have quite a few guitars with 43, but not all of them. So this is pretty wide for a normal electric guitar. And of course that's another reason I like it. Let's just have a look at the back here. Okay, first really interesting feature, which some people may find a little bit negative, is the heel. The heel comes up quite a long way. In fact, you've only got completely unrestricted access up to 14th fret. You can go a bit further, but you've got quite a big deep piece of neck here. I'm going to guess that the reason the designers do this is so that you've got more solid wood here up behind the neck and add something to the tone. I can't say it's my favourite feature of the guitar. In fact, it's probably the worst feature of the guitar, but it has so many other great features that I live with it. And to be honest, I think if you're going to spend all of your time above the 14th, 15th fret, this isn't really the guitar for you. Of course, gold, strap lock, strap buttons, unscrew them and screw your strap on. And then another strange but not so bad feature is this big piece of vinyl material around the back. It's put on with press studs. It's a soft vinyl material, and basically it's there to hide the access panel for the electrics and so on, and access, because the top is fully enclosed. You need somewhere to get to the pickups and the electrics. I think that's it, and I'm going to now try and play it for you and see how it sounds.